It's really good to be a white man living in America, and I'm not saying that to be obnoxious. I'm not at all. I'm just being completely honest. I've had such an easy life. I mean, it's unbelievable. Being a white man in America is really like playing a game on easy mode. It really is.
Hello, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube space. Now, in today's video, I'm gonna react on this clip that I've come across of some white people saying that being white is awesome. Like those who are not white, they don't understand how it is to be. And I know, yes, it's awesome because I've seen some of my black people like trying to change their color to be white. Because once you are white, there's some privileges you get. I know white people, some of them say it is hard to be white, being white, it's the hardest thing. Some of them say like that, but deep down, they know being white, it's awesome. Not because it's the rest, because I love to be black. I love my blackness. And even a lot of people know that black is beauty. But why will they want to be white? Because of these privileges. Even some Dominican people, they don't want to be black. White, yes. Black, no. Okay? So I want you to watch this clip and then we react on it.
Well, I'm going to give you a profanity warning. There's profanity in this clip that I'm about to show you. I teach a seminar in psychology of white racism, and a student of color in that seminar recently said on her trip abroad, while studying abroad, that she was one of only a handful of people of color, and that she was given special privilege and treated very well, actually, because she was treated as a quote-unquote American. And she reported to the group that being white is awesome. That being white is awesome, which is a sentiment that's echoed by comedian Louis C.K. I'm going to share this with you, and the transcript of this is in your seat.
You know, it's good to be a white guy. It really is. It's really good to be a white man living in America, and I'm not saying that to be obnoxious. I'm not at all. I'm just being completely honest. I've had such an easy life. I mean, it's unbelievable. Being a white man in America is really like playing a game on easy mode. It really is. It's so easy. That's why I laugh when I see all these angry whites on TV. You know, like Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly. Oh, they're so angry. It's so hard being a white man in America. Everybody's out to get me. Oh, humbug. You know, it's so ridiculous. Nobody's out to get you, whitey. Your life is not tough. You ain't got shit about. Somewhere right now, there's a woman in Africa getting gang raped, okay? Somewhere right now, there's a little kid drawing his last breath because he's starving to death. You fat white ain't got shit to complain about. You got it so fucking good. You got it the best of anybody on the earth, and you still find it to complain about. That's how you know that people will never be satisfied no matter what they get. Please, you ain't got no fucking problems, you rich white The only people that will be dumb enough to believe that, I guess, are the people that listen to you. It's an insult to the majority of the people who are living on this planet right now, who are living in less than ideal conditions. I mean, most people do not live in ideal conditions. And for white mothers to complain about their plot in life, it's so pathetic and petty. Problems are all about scale, and if you really look at your problems on a bigger scale, you'll find out that your problems aren't shit compared to what other people's problems are. And that's how I think of life. I think of life as a matter of scale. If you focus on the shit you got instead of the shit you ain't got, you'll be a billion times fuckier.
So, but the truth is, actually, being white is not totally awesome. Because here's the issue, that the research shows that our avoidance of race and discussions of race and racism and our desire to believe in a just world, it comes with a cost that oftentimes individuals who are classified as white, who are asked to talk about racism, report feeling a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of racial anxiety, fear of racial others, irrational thoughts regarding racial others, very obviously disconnection from a whole chunk of the greater humanity, and also a very fragile self-concept. So in many ways, it is awesome, and in some ways, it's not.
Now, welcome back. The sweetness of being white is about the privileges you get. These privileges no other race gets. Like the black people, to be precise, they can't get these privileges that easy. Even in their own countries, even black people from Africa, we don't get that privilege in our own country to be black. But a white man gets privilege anywhere he or she goes. In the white country, like in America, they be good. They get the white privilege. In Africa, they get the white privilege. So it's not like black people. Black people, when you are together with a white person and a black person, you are in Africa somewhere, this white person gets more attention. Even the police, when you are being stopped maybe for checkup, they may not check this white guy, but you as a black person, you are seen as a threat everywhere. I get that and I understand. Now, the reason I just want to mention few privileges that white people get, and that makes them, to be proud and to be, one of them is the social benefits. Okay, social benefits. This is one of the privilege that white people get. When you talk about social benefit, we talk about it is tied to systematic. This thing, for example, representation and visibility, media presentation. White people are often portrayed as the default or norm in movies, televisions, advertising, and literature, which can reinforce a sense of belonging and social validating. In leadership, greater representation in politics, business, and culture leadership positions, reinforcing the perception of authority and competence. Like there is white people somewhere and black people, they are choosing a chairman, automatically they will give it to the white person. I don't know why, but it is stereotypic that these guys are greater and educated and, they have to be leaders. When you see on TV this advertisement, you only see whites in the movies, more of white people, and even in the movies, the characters, the bad character, they will take maybe black person. More so, I've seen in Indian movies, the villains have this bunch of the black people are the villains, but the white Indians, they are now the good people. That. So visibility, making them to be superior, it's an advantage to them, and this thing is what makes the brain of people being more washed to think that they are better than us. Talk about stereotypic or stereotype avoidance. Like white people are less likely to be stereotyped negatively based on their race. They may be presumed to be more trustworthy, capable, or competent in many social and professional settings. So I wonder, let's talk about this just for a few seconds. White people, they did a lot of things to the black people. They enslaved, they colonized, they eliminated, they stole our land, properties, everything. But even up to now, when you put here a white person and a black person, of course, there's this stereotypic that this black person maybe is a thug, a thief, I don't know why. And yet a bigger thief is the other person. I don't know if we understand each other. You take this black person as someone who is maybe a killer, and the most wanted one is the other race. So I don't know where we went wrong on this. The other race, the white race, the people, what they did to black people, it's their history is the history of just spoiling, eliminating, stealing. But even right now, you put a black person and a white person together, and even if you are walking the street, a white person following you from behind, you are like, "Duh, I'm safe. This guy is good." But when a black person is following you from behind, even if you are black, you are like, "Duh, I have to run here." Mindset, systematic, mind colonized, brainwashed to think that we are not better off. Now, when we say they are privileged in social, we talk about freedom of movement. They can walk anywhere. Like I see the videos of Itchy Boots going across Africa. She's a white lady, and she get it easy. But if you could, a black man just going across Africa with a motorbike, I think he can meet a lot of obstacles. That's what I believe personally. When you talk about social advantage in social, like cultural dominance, like Society standard, e.g. beauty standard, professional norms, often align with white culture, reducing pressure to conform to other standards. For example, white people can borrow elements of other cultures with less risk of discrimination while retaining the privilege of their own dominant culture and position. You get that? Another thing is emotional comfort. White people can choose to engage or disengage from conversation about race without the same emotional toll or personal stakes. Yeah, that's true. Historical detachment. They are less likely to carry the weight of and trauma tied to systematic oppression. They don't carry it because they were the oppressor. Maybe I don't think so. So these social benefits are often invisible to those who benefit from them, but become apparent when constructed with the expression or experience or of marginalized racial groups. Recognizing this dynamic can help foster understanding and drive efforts towards equality. Now, yeah, another privilege that white people have that makes them feel so good is economic advantage. Now, when you talk about economic advantage, we talk about generational wealth. Generational wealth, like white families often had greater access to wealth opportunities such as property ownership and higher paying jobs. You could tell even from South Africa when the white people are owning big tracts of land, and yet it's in Africa, high paying jobs. When there was this apartheid thing, white people were privileged to hold positions in higher offices, get high paying jobs, white collar jobs, and getting positions in maybe high politics positions. So, and they had easy access to properties. That is just one way of stealing from the people. In Kenya here, they took lands from the people, and there's nothing you could do about it. Now, many white families benefited from inherited wealth, property, and financial assets accumulated over generation. Because those times, the colonizer, they came, they stole, they steal, they go with them, took gold and everything. And now our brothers and sisters, white brothers and sisters, for right now, they are doing what? They are taking over the properties that their ancestors left. Now, another thing is employment opportunities. If you are white, there's this hiring bias where white people, or if your skin tone is a little bit brown or not black, you're getting job fast. I don't know why. Because studies shows that white sounding names on resumes receive more callbacks than names associated with other racial groups. Now, if you are called Livingstone and the other one is called Osiefuna, so you'll get this Livingstone will get a call so easily than Osiefuna, because Osiefuna, they'll start thinking, where is this from? And automatic, I can get it even in African things. When you took your resume and this guy has two names of white name like Clinton James, and the other one has maybe a tribal name like Wafula Wanyonyi. Now you will get them judging these employers or judging these resumes according to the tribe. So there's these opportunities. White people, hiring bias, they get hired easily than black people. Not even white people, even in black community, there are those black people who they have fair skin tone and those who are dark skin tone. So the one who have fair skin tone, they get hired easily, and the boss are so close to them. And that's why you see a lot of Africans or black people, some of them, they are doing what? Bleaching themselves because of this. Access to education, it's easy to them. School funding, they get it easily. And higher education, white families are more likely to afford college education without incurring significant debt, enabling better access to higher paying careers. That is a privilege to them. Home ownership and housing, mortgage access, they access mortgage easily. Historically, white family has had better access to mortgages and home ownership. Property value, homes, something like business ownership. Like white entrepreneurs are more likely to secure loans, venture capital, and investment for businesses. Wealth accumulation policies, like policies such as a tax deduction for home ownership and investment income have historically benefited white families who are already in position to take advantage. Lower economic barriers, white individuals are less likely to carry significant student loans or higher interest debt compared to other racial groups. And wage gaps, on average, white workers earn higher wages than workers of color, even when controlling for education and experience. Now, that is some of the privileges that white people get, you know, and this is making them feel awesome. Indeed, it's awesome to be white because all these privileges against other race group. So it's like we accept this to happen. Not only in white country, because if it's in a white country, it's acceptable. But even in black countries, country like Jamaica, you find white people getting priorities. And sometimes I think they are being treated like they have special needs or they are special need people, giving them first-hand priority, and black people have to struggle for it. It's like they have special need. I don't know. Another thing is we talk about social benefits, we talk about economic advantage. Another advantage they get, it's legal and institutional treatment. For example, lower likelihood of being targeted or mistreated by the justice system. So they are not targeted that much. You go to a grocery store, there's a white person, there's a black person. Now this I think the soldier, or we call what, this grocery attendant or supermarket attendant who are there, they are likely to keep an eye on this black person and leave this white person just go freely walking. Even if you will take anything, they are not suspects. They are benefiting from impact bias that can lead to favorable treatment in schools, workplace, and other institutions. Like if you are working with white people, white person in the same company, even if the company is in Africa, and there is these white people there and black people, a lot of them there. So these white people will get this, like I've told you, like special need. So there's a lot of privileges that white people get just for being white. And those white people who come here and say, this white guy said, those white people who come here out and say, they're ugly, saying it's hard to be white, they are lying. They are lying to other race so that to see that, we are good, better than them. But let me tell you one thing. This is a secret. White people love this so much. They love these feelings. They love to tell you that it's hard to be white, but they know psychologically it's just to play with our mind. Deep, they are so happy to be white because of those privileges. Anywhere they get the privileges. When I was young, no, I'm still young, I'm still children. When I was back then in school, we go to the movie store. We get this movie here acted by Nigerian movies, and Aki and Popo there, Nigerian movies, and we have this Jack Norris movie, white people movie. You'll be like, yeah, we want to watch this one. That's one of the privilege. That's a privilege. Like there's a white man's shop there and black man's shop there. Automatic, you find black people lining on this white man's shop. I don't know what or why they don't want to support their own, but it is a privilege to them. That's what they are getting. So it's awesome to be white. But let me tell you, black family, it is perfect to be black. It is sweet to be black. I know we come across racism and everything going across, but white people, some of them and most of them, they envy black people. White ladies, they envy black ladies. So all in all, we need to accept ourselves. Yes, being white is awesome, but we need to accept ourselves as black people. The first step for us to conquer this is by accepting who we are and appreciating our blackness. Tell me in the comment section what you think. Until next episode, peace be with you.